All right, we're back online. Here, let me pull up my stream settings here. Okay. Hopefully that's fixed. Hopefully we don't have any more issues. Yeah, man. I really hope that's not a big issue again. Okay, so we have all of these attachments. Let's do backbone for this, for all of it. We'll probably have to do this like 5 more times. As I build out the cloak in the shape that I want it. Hopefully the stream is doing okay. Okay, let's see if this works. Otherwise, I might have to re-stick my points again. Okay, there is some weirdness. Maybe one point isn't quite stuck. It's almost good, though. And there's no clipping with the swords. Yeah, hopefully the stream doesn't crash, is right. Okay, weirdness. Ooh, I wonder if that's just collision shape. I think it is. Cloak collision. We can kind of move that. And honestly, rotate it like that. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, yeah, it was just the collision shape. Nice. And we can bump it a little bit further. Kind of have it right there so it doesn't bump into the back. Let's make sure it's not hitting. Okay, there's still some clipping. Is there any weirdness? No. There is still just a little bit of clipping. And actually, what I might do is grab this collision shape. Really just stick it right where it's going to be used. Dang it. You know what? I think it's just an issue of needing to be attached instead of to the backbone. To the butt bone. Yes, now it turns correctly with the butt bone because the butt bone is turned. Okay, we have a little bit of clipping, but it's not bad. It's just the feet. Don't care about that at this point. Okay, this is looking promising. So now what I can do is I could put stuff over the character that is also pinned. I could expand this cloak. I mean, at this point, it's not even really that necessary. The only annoying thing is that I can't hide the bad animation on the arms. But currently, this is not bad for what it is. Now, I do need to make them not all just move directly to the point and attack. Do kind of want to start and a stop. By the way, we got an ad coming up in 3 minutes, just a heads up. Trying to think of the best way to do it. But that could wait for a different time. I updated these floaters so they move a little faster too. Okay, there's some weirdness with the cloak when you're going jumping around. Oh, that's just when you're moving at that speed. Okay. Huh, and there's also one point that's kind of stuck lower down. Interesting. It's weird. That's fine, because we're going to have to redo the sticking points anyway. I'm also realizing that some of these sticking points will actually probably want to be on the butt bone. Now, there's another thing, which is I do want it to be wider, but it always just flattens out at the end. Game has come a long way. Yeah, definitely. Ad starting in like 3 seconds. Can I snooze in time? Yeah, I was able to snooze. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Casual, since you've been here, because you were here way back in the stream, so you saw the other game too, right? You were probably there for quite a bit of the development of the 2D game that I was working on, my first game. Yeah. So yeah, seeing where it was, where this game was, and where it is now, it is pretty crazy. Wondering how I should do this clothes situation, because I kind of want like it to go over the front. Kind of bunch up on the around the shoulders as well. Maybe come over the shoulders. We'll just play with some stuff. So I've got to think of it as, okay, characters that way. Probably did not do this very well then. This is like one of the worst. Okay, now ads coming up in 3 minutes, so I'm not going to skip that one. But this is like the worst way of iterating possible. Okay. Truly just the most inefficient way to make this cloak, but hey, look at that. Now it is kind of off to the side. Which I guess the whole cloak is, so that's kind of fine. Right, that's not bad. Gotta do my shader material every time I do one of these as well, so that just makes it even faster. Perfect. Okay, add starting in 25 seconds. Okay, so these would need sticking points as well. So why is that bumped out again? Yeah, that definitely does need to be attached to the butt bone. But otherwise, not bad. Okay, cloak collision. Is there another collision that's happening? Okay, but we know these are actually okay. So let's go into edit mode. Nope. Scale on the X to 0. On the X to 0. Everything is kind of not even, I can see. These are not centered. Ah, yeah. That's close enough. Anti-ham. What's up, Plug Walk? How you doing? Okay. How I'm doing this is just truly horrific, but it's okay. At this point, we are just learning and messing around. Hey, comrade! Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. How you doing? Okay, we export this. We go into here, grab our surface material override. We throw a new shader in there. Okay, now we remove all of our points again. They have got to find a better way of doing this. Okay, another thing that we need to do is go to our animation player or animation tree. We go to end. Okay, now we can actually see where things are going. Hey, this could be okay. Oh, you know what? Not quite. Edit mode. We need that to be able to bounce a little bit. Also, the cloak node path to collision. This soft body should avoid clipping. Okay. Cloak is coming along. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it does. But okay. First things first is I think we need another cloak collision. This time on the backbone. This one's collision shape. Well, first let's go ahead and reset the transform and the rotation. And same with the collision shape. Would be a box shape. Okay, there's that. This collision is just the butt. Okay, now we go to our cloak again. Now we got to set all the fixed points. Oh boy. It's so hard to tell what's what. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is just so many. 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. We've done all of those, and let's do these ones too. $17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Did I skip one? Is it even selecting them? Because now I've only got 17 there. How do I know what are what points? Okay, let's start with the easy stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This is butt bone. Okay. So. What just happened there? Okay, we got to go all the way back down. This is just the worst. The worst way you could possibly create this system. Okay, we're going to do the butt bones again. Okay, that's 5 of them. Nice. The other thing that I could do is split them into 2 and then have one be static. Okay, perfect. Nope. Don't want that one. Want, actually, we do want that one, right? Yes, we actually do. That's why it stopped at 19. It goes to a new page. I wish it would color all of them. It just decides to only color some for some reason. Okay. Now these ones should all have the backbone. Yeah, they really need to figure out a better way of doing this, because if you miss one point, trying to find the one that you're missing, or you assign one to the wrong one, like, it's just impossible. And then doing this every time is just so annoying. Just locked into this zone of just doing the same repetitive motion, knowing I'm probably going to have to do it all again anyway. Could reduce the amount of points. Just on the mesh. Found a nice, simple way to make a cloak the easy way. Oh, check that out. Look at that. I like how they just flare up like that. Gotta take a shot of Tabasco here. Cheers. Then there's also this. Like, what is... Why is that flaring out? There is truly no reason for it to flare out. Also, the armholes clearly aren't working. What happens if I drop the linear stiffness here? Okay, it literally just doesn't matter. It's still gonna just... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do then. These are, I guess, pulling against each other. They're not allowed to just flop. Is this in Blender? Just Blender?
Hey guys, welcome back to another interesting video on my channel.
Because the hard part would be figuring out how to get it to work in Godot.
Now we will be bringing in a plane. So Shift A. Now control vertex mesh. If you prefer it this way, claw to fall and wait. To save performance.
The hard part too is that I need the arms to be able to come out.
Now go to viewpoint shading, go to the material editor while keeping the backdrops, increase the roughness to something like 0.7 and we are done. Now I will quickly set up a sky.
Yeah. If I could just have it just work in Godot, that would be amazing. But the problem is I have to import it in and then have it work with my animations. Because I blend between my animations too, so I couldn't just add it to the Blender animations. Then the Cloak would do weird stuff when it's blending in between them. Okay, I'm gonna try something here. Okay, we're gonna remove all of these points once again. Just classic, having a great time. But what we're gonna do, instead of doing all of the points... Oh, I also wonder... Okay, that's just right there. So what if I just do the points around here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay. I am starting to think that maybe I just make 2 separate objects. What is up? What is up with this? The shoulder parts just get yoinked upwards. They just do not fall. Shouldn't the Cloak have its own physics? Yeah, I mean, well, if I break it into 2, then I can make one that's static and not even have it have any physics on it. And then just the tail, like the lower half, can kind of stick out from under it and flap around. If I just go into object mode here. No, I can't do that. So edit mode. Kind of need to have two separate objects. There we go. Okay. Coat. Cape. Huh. Let's see what happens when I do that. Okay, that's still a full mesh, which we don't want. So maybe what I'll do is save as, we'll do okay, so now we're on that. We can go here. We can just delete that. In fact, this whole thing. Just center it, save it. Okay. There's also still just not, whoops. Still not centered? Okay, this is as good as it'll get, so we can just export this again. Still just doing it as an OBJ. Yeah, let's just put it like that. Okay. Got a posture check. Oh, man. I'm feeling it. Okay. Ziposaurus, what's up? How are you? Okay, now I'm going to export this. Okay. So now the cloak is way down there. Bring it up here. Now it can just be attached to the butt bone. Do a surface material override. We're going to do our shader, load, material, cloak, save. We're going to remove all of these points. Blip. Then we're just going to go here. Okay, first let's just test it like this and see what works. Doing good, just roaming around as I contemplate resetting my desktop at 1:30 in the morning is running slow. Or do I fix my Linux partition? Well, I don't know anything about that, but that gives me anxiety just thinking about it, so. I just had to do a restart on my PC because my stream kept crashing. And I think it's just because of the fact that I restart my PC way less than I should. Okay. Let's just try this by itself. See how it is. Okay. Okay, there's some badness with it. Some clipping still. So we will also do this. Did the good old Arch Linux manual install because I wanted to feel special. I regretted it greatly after bricking my drive 5 times. Linux Arch working. Ah. Interesting. Now just decides to stick out like that. Looks like we got to redo it all again. Because it decides that it just... You really have to get it done, like, correct the first time on these. It is insane. And with how long it takes to do these, it's just wildly inefficient. Hey, thanks, Ziposaurus. I appreciate the follow. Thank you, brother. If you want to join the Discord, by the way, and keep up with the game and the stream, there is a link. It'll pop up at some point. It's in the Streamlabs bot. Okay. Let's just... If we can get this working okay, then the other part isn't as bad. Because then we're basically just adding a mesh to the body. Why? Why do you guys stick out like that? Is the butt bone being... See, these ones are sticking to the butt bone. They're all on the butt bone. Why does it seem like the third layer down is also... Unless it's bumping into that. Here, I'll sign this again. What happens if I move that there? Can't dual boot as it won't detect my Windows partition. Dang. That's why I have Linux on another. Okay, this is still doing it. Just for no reason. Has its own SSD as my Windows installation. Have my own college projects I got to work on for my game design course. My mechanical keyboard is so loud, my poor parents. So I'm going to head off to bed. Sounds good, man. Well, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the follow. Hopefully see you again in the future. And good luck with your Linux problems. Put it on the backbone instead. Let's try the backbone. Unable to write. Nice. Just getting quick pop-up errors. So I don't think that's even saving. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back all the way through again. Okay. Sick. Go here, back. Okay, nice, awesome. Can't even save. So we're just going to reload project and hope it doesn't obliterate everything. Okay. You know what? The cloak is on the neck. That's probably what's going on. But we can hook it in here. Because it was still attached to the neck. Okay, position is still good. That's probably what it was. It's turning at weird angles. Oh, didn't attach it. Butt bone, because we do want it on the butt bone, which is this lower thorax. Okay, there is clipping, but of course we can get around that. We can add more points here, right there, which is what I wanted to do anyway. One day we're gonna get there. Working now, so yeah, I think so. Okay, there's a little bit of an offset, but I think that's from the collision shape that we have to keep it from clipping. Little bit of clipping here and there, but currently in a good enough spot. What we will do is do something more like this. Just gotta get it just right. Let's look at visible collision shapes. Still seems to kind of want to sit out there. I see. So this is kind of like the straight on view just because that's where the kind of pelvis is pointed. Okay. For now, this isn't bad. Okay, and now we got the bump again. Is that because of this? And obviously this doesn't look good. I get that, but if it does work in some way, then I can make it work in another. But why is the tail now sticking out? Munglo, what's up? Since the top cloak is a separate mesh, you could set the lower part with it. Just attach it to it, you're saying? That would then attach it to the backbone. which may give us some issues. We'll see here. Not much. Poke and jam project instead of sleeping. There we go. Pull it out a little bit. Does that change anything? No. All of those points are not connecting. These top points are. The rest are trying to do something else. I don't even really understand what they're trying to do. Collision that's messing up the physics. Yeah, but it's also weird because the pin points are like forcing those points to stick out. See if there's an overlap issue. True. Okay, I'll do my butt bone again. Yeah, see. I set those, and then it just decides to have the next points below it just jut out like crazy. Which I don't understand why. And then they also jut off to the side. And I can tell that those aren't the fixed points that are jutting out because they're moving. It's like the point's integral rotation is 90 degrees off. Set it to backbone now. The problem is if it works on backbone, then it won't work on the game, right? Hey, New Jank, what's up? Because it's not supposed to follow where the backbone is. Here, I'll set it to backbone, see if it's any different. I think it has to do with the fact Like it's pulling these points are not set in space. They're supposed to be soft body. But they're getting yoinked upwards, probably by some sort of like tension to it or something. Yeah, new jank. I'm just in soft body hell right now, trying to figure this out. This cloak is just killing me. And the user interface for doing this stuff is just not great. Been lurking lately, loving the progress potato. Thank you, brother. Yeah. Now it's just trying to rotate a different way. But the rest of the cloak is still... like, look at that. What is going on here? There's no collision there. There's nothing. Have you tried not having soft body issues? Honestly, that sounds like my best bet, is to just not have those issues. No inherited rotation for the pinned. There is inherited rotation, but for the unpinned, it doesn't really look like it. Like these unpinned ones are still trying to be over here, whereas the pinned ones are correct because they're attached to the backbone. And that lines up pretty good. No, you're capable of solving this issue. Yes. Yes, indeed.